Hi everyone, welcome back to Learn English with Fatima. Can you tell me what an indirect question is? Do you know what one sounds like? Well, I just gave you two examples. Don't let these types of questions get you confused. Let's go over why and how we use them. First, let's talk about why we use indirect questions. Indirect questions are more polite, so when you're in a formal situation, it's quite common to hear this type of question. When you are asking someone for information or making requests, indirect questions are used all of the time. When we are asking questions to people we don't know at all, or we don't know very well, or even people like coworkers, we use indirect questions to be polite. To form an indirect question, we start with a phrase like, "Can you tell me?" or "Do you know?" Then we add the subject, then the verb. For example, do you know where the bathroom is? Notice the difference between the indirect question, do you know where the bathroom is? And a direct question, where is the bathroom? You can see they are formed differently. In direct questions, the verb comes at the beginning of the question, after the question word if there is one. In indirect questions, the verb comes at the end of the question. This is what makes the question indirect. Make sure you don't make the very common mistake of forgetting to switch the subject and the verb. For example, "Can you tell me when comes the bus?" is incorrect. Instead, you would say, "Can you tell me when the bus comes?" Another incorrect indirect question is, "Do you know where is the bank?" This is incorrect. Instead say, "Do you know where the bank is?" Remember, the verb comes at the end for an indirect question. Let's turn a direct question indirect. Where is the library? How would we make this indirect? Well, first we start with a phrase, "Can you tell me?" Then we add where, our question word. Then we add our subject next, the library. Then we end in our verb, is. Can you tell me where the library is? Here's another example. What time is it? How do we make this direct question indirect? Let's start with the phrase, "Do you know?" Then we add our question word, what? Then our subject, time. And then it is at the end. Do you know what time it is? Let's talk about the word do or does in an indirect question. In direct questions, we often use do or does at the beginning of the question or right after the question word. For example, does the train come at 9? Or how do I order lunch? In indirect questions, we often don't use do or does. So the train comes at 9 would become, can you tell me if the train comes at 9? How do I order lunch becomes, can you tell me how I would order lunch? It would be incorrect to say something like, can you tell me how do I order lunch? Can you tell me what indirect questions are? I hope after this video it's more clear. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!